Hi there. Welcome to our new live channel of mine's. This is to discuss the Scotland matches. Just hold on a tick. I'll get some more light on it for you. Let's see. So this is to discuss the Scotland matches in the future. The squad was announced yesterday for the World Cup playoffs against uh, Ukraine and then hopefully Wales, and then the European Nations League game. So it's quite a big squad. They named 28 players in it. Obviously, for potentially we'll be playing 5 games in the next couple of weeks. So a lot of games to fit in. That's why I think he's gone with 28 players in the squad. I'm not sure about having 4 goalkeepers in there, though. That's a bit of a strange one, but there you go. So obviously, there's a lot of nervousness about the game, the Ukraine game. Obviously, the media, a lot of the media are playing it up as in the lead up to the game, and the first when the game was supposed to be played in March, it was called off because Russia obviously have invaded Ukraine. Since then, the media has been coming out with some silly statements like Scotland should stand aside and let Ukraine qualify for the World Cup, which is just nonsense. Where do you stop there? If you see what I mean, are the sides in the World Cup going to step aside and let them go on and go far as well? So that was a bit of a silly suggestion that some media sources were coming out with. Obviously, just hope that hasn't gotten into the Scotland players' minds. Obviously, they'll have to deal with that when the game comes around next Wednesday, which they'll be attending. Obviously, it's a bit of a blow of us having Kieran Tierney out. That's one big blow injury-wise. But I think the rest of the team, I think the team that will probably put out will probably be something along the lines of Craig Gordon in goals. Defence will probably be back three of McTominay, Hanley and Cooper, and the wing backs, Neil Robertson on the left wing, and don't know, they might play Aaron Hickey on the right wing. Midfield will probably be Gilmore if he's fit, which I think he will be. McGregor, McGinn, and perhaps Christie playing just in front of the midfield, and probably Shea Adams up front on his own. Will probably line up for the Ukraine match. Obviously, a lot of other things as well has happened just recently. Obviously, the rights to the Scotland games have all been sold on as well. They've been sold on to our Scandinavian streaming company called Viaplay. And they in turn have sold the rights on to Premier Sports. So the Scotland games, as in from after the World Cup playoffs, are all going to be on Premier Sports. So it's a bit of a shambles, really, because it just means you've got to pay out more money for to get Premier Sports. And obviously, it's not so easily accessible as Sky Sports. I mean, everybody can get hold of Sky Sports, so it's not an ideal scenario, but there you go. So looking forward to the game next Wednesday. It's going to be a challenge getting back from the game, obviously, because of the situation that is with the ScotRail trains at the moment. The last trains will be running from Glasgow at about 10:15 at night. Now the game finishes at 9:45, so those people that are going to have to make the way back into the city centre are not going to be able to catch trains taking them back up to your major cities like Edinburgh and Aberdeen, Dundee. So it's going to be a bit chaotic. They might put on special services, but have to wait and see about that as well. As for the game, how it will go, I'm quite confident that we'll have enough to beat Ukraine. We've been in really good form of late. We're unbeaten in the last 8 matches. It all depends on how Ukraine have been able to prepare for the game, and it all depends as well on how they channel their efforts with what's going on in Ukraine at the moment. If you see what I mean, obviously it could work in their favour. What's going on there, but it could work against them. They could get themselves a little bit overly pumped for it and just not perform. I've seen that happen before. So we just have to wait and see until next Wednesday when the game comes around. Should be a cracking atmosphere. It's a sellout crowd. And then obviously if we beat Ukraine, it'll be on to the Wales game on the following Sunday the 5th of June. But we'll see how that comes about. I mean, this will be the nearest we've got to the World Cup since it's probably, well, it is our biggest World Cup game, I would say, since we played Italy in 2007. That was when we played them at Hampden in the group of death. That was a group that contained Italy, France, Ukraine, and a couple of other teams. I can't remember who Lithuania was one. Don't know, was it Estonia, Belarus, or something like that? Was, I think. So it was a really tricky group to get out of. Had the world champions, European champions in it. So that's certainly our biggest game there. I mean, I remember the last game that we played in that group was against Italy at Hampden, and if we had won that game, we would have qualified. So that's certainly our biggest World Cup game since 2007, without a doubt. So hopefully we'll get the result that we're looking for there, and I hope to be posting up some videos as well, maybe when I'm out and about in Glasgow and the build up to the game as well. So if you watch that, I will try and post 1 or 2 videos up, perhaps live, maybe on my way to the game or whatever, and I'll see what I can post up from the match itself. And obviously I'll be posting intermittently between the matches and the Europa League games that are coming up, the Nations League games coming up. So just keep an eye on the thingies. Be sure to pop back in and keep an eye on the for the videos coming up in the next couple of weeks. We're doing other blogs as well. Looking forward to the later games and all of that. It will be sort of like it will be a real blow if we should we say lose against Ukraine, because then or Wales, because then it becomes a task of the how will that impact on the us for the Nations League games. Nations League games, we shouldn't overlook the importance of them, because they are important. They are another doorway to potentially qualifying for the European Championships if the Euro qualifiers don't go to plan. So it's really important that even if we miss out on the World Cup, we keep our focus for those Nations League games. The games that we've got coming up, of course, is Armenia at home. Then we've got, I do believe, Ireland away, and then Armenia away. So it's important we pick up the good results, regardless of what happens in the World Cup playoffs, so that we've got a good fighting chance of getting out of the getting a playoff spot if we need to through the Nations League. So hopefully we'll get the results, all good results, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Okay, so thanks for popping in. This is quite a brief one. Got a bit of a drama here in the house. Got a bit of a leak in the kitchen. I'm waiting for someone to come out and see it. So I'm waiting for a phone call. So I'll end this now. Hope you've enjoyed this little blog. And as I said, there'll be more to come coming on over the next few weeks. So I'll say goodbye for now.